So you said that you've been doing this since you were 5.
Yeah.
That's
long. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Very long time. So when you say you've been doing this since you were 5, do you mean sports or track and field?
So track and field.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, I can't even remember a time that I haven't done track. Like that's how long I've been doing it. But it wasn't the only sport I was doing. Did basically every single sport I could. So my dad was an athlete when he was younger. So I think naturally, because of the passion that he had in it, I always kind of thought, that's what I want to go into.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started when I was really, really young, and I think
he's there training you around the track.
Yeah, he was
running along behind him.
Club.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did like tennis, swimming, netball, like everything. But athletics was always the sport where I was like, right, this is. The others were like, I enjoy them more like hobbies. Yeah. Whereas this is like, I'm gonna make a career out of this. Like, this is what I love. There's nothing else like in the world which I liked as much as athletics.
Okay.
I think it was good because also like at my club, well, at the track I was at, there was like Mark Lewis Francis, Marlon Devonish, all the time just like hanging around. So I think I was always around stars and always around people where I could see this is actually a career, this is a living. Whereas the other sports was like, yeah, this is enjoyable, but I don't really have.
It's not intrinsically.
Yeah. So
yeah,
if you had to pick a sport that wasn't track and field, what would you have gone for?
It's a hard. Well, if I was really good at it, any sport, probably tennis.
Okay, tennis. I always find tennis really difficult. Like,
really?
I cannot play tennis.
I'm not very good at it. I'm like, if I was good at player.
I mean, I tried it in school.
Yeah.
Wasn't for me. Then I thought, you know what? Come guys, let's get some rackets and we'll go down the park. And I still couldn't get it. And in badminton, for whatever reason, I was like, yeah, cool. Got this.
Badminton's fun.
This is fun. But tennis for me it was never a thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can throw the ball up and get it over the net,
that's all you need to do.
All credits to you, because I can't do that. If I try, I miss the ball, it goes somewhere else. Like, it's not for me. But okay, so been doing track since you were 5. Having the stars there to kind of push you along in terms of saying, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
What was your like first track and field event, like first competition, if you can remember back that far?
I think it was more like the sports hall stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that was so fun. That's probably when I first got into it, and I was doing like standing long jump, like all those stuff. Yeah. But in my head, I was like, I want to be a long jumper. That's all I want to do. Didn't even know what multi-events was. Yeah. I was like, I don't like cross country, so I'm not doing anything to do with that.
There's always cross country going on. Like, I've never noticed this. There's always something going on.
Cross country is the worst thing. I try my hardest to get out of that.
I've never done it. Never will do it.
Never done it.
Listen,
what?
At the
never
most,
done it.
So jealous.
At the most, I might in a week. I might do a 3 to 5K. That is absolutely it. Yeah. I'm not, and even then, it's a struggle to get up to say, I'm going to do this. Because I could easily do like the first 10 minutes and be like, you know what? I'm going home. This ain't for me. I just go to the gym and just cycle with a 5K. But
yeah, cross country's not the one. So I was like, okay, so my dad was a triple jumper. He was coaching a jumps group. So I was like, yeah, that's what I'll go into. So I think my first few competitions were, I did everything, but I never really thought of it as, I'll do everything, so I'll do heptathlon. It was more just, I'll do everything because that's what my club made me do.
Come on, Morgan, we just do it for a point. You ain't got to jump really high, just get over the bar.
Exactly.
Just throw the shot put.
But then I'm so competitive, so I was like, I can't just like go out and do it. Like, I have to win it.
Okay.
Like, that's it. That was my negotiation.
That's another question, because I've got a little athlete that doesn't know if she wants to do it. She's really good at the sprints and the jumps.
Yeah.
But she actually doesn't know if she actually wants to go into athletics itself because of the thrills and other things. And it's like, what advice do you, because I still encourage her to do everything because it's probably the best way. Yeah. But what advice do you even give to like someone, because she's quite small.
Right.
She's really small, like 5'4". And her family they're all quite small, so she's not gonna grow.
Okay.
But she really enjoys doing like.
Small though.
That's true. That's true. And our strengths are really strong. What advice do you give to someone that young, 13, yeah.
Okay.
That young for going into this event? Like, do you just carry on and just grow your confidence, or do you slowly find something you like and really focus on that while still trying to do the rest?
Yeah, I think I'd always like tell any young athlete to do everything, because there's been loads of people I've trained with when I was younger who have just specialized too early and then dropped out of the sport.
Yeah.
Mostly because they're not interested in it anymore and they've just kind of got bored of it and found something else. But it's not the only reason to carry on doing everything.
Yeah.
But I think it just gives you that overall like conditioning as well. And I know that I was a better high jumper before, when I was doing everything, and I was actually like stronger in loads of different areas. I think stuff with like throws, you just they're skills. Like you're gonna grow and you're gonna get better at them.
Yeah,
basically. Like the first time I threw a shot put, it went nowhere, absolutely nowhere. I was like, this is.
I guess your height must help though. Like, just launch it up there.
I mean, I can vouch for you. I am not on the throw side of things at all. Like, and people say, oh, well, you know, if you got long levers, it kind of helps. And I'm like, yeah, but there's no strength behind these levers. So, just, you know.
I had no strength behind my levers, but I think with like shot put and javelin, it's really just getting the technique right. Yeah, it's such a technical event. I think if you get that, then you can just build on everything else. Just get that like underlying skills, everything.
So at what point did you decide to just focus on high jump?
I think the weird thing about it was never really a decision. But it was kind of, it just kind of happened. So in 2016, like my main aim for that year was to make Rio in the heptathlon. And I didn't make that, but I made the high jump. So I was like, right, okay, cool. I'll just do high jump there and then go back to heptathlon that next season. So I did go back to heptathlon. We went to a new coach, new setup, and it just wasn't really working for me. Then we had London 2017 that year. So I was like, I need to be in London. I need to meet the world champs team. I'll just go for high jump again. And I think it's just kind of happened like that.
So do you have different coaches, obviously, for those events? Do you have just one coach that goes through it? Or do you have different coaches in different setups? Because how do you communicate that? I want to focus more on high jump now. See you in a year time.
I did have loads of different coaches. I had like in my old setup, I had my dad as my long jump and speed coach, and then I had a high jump coach, throws coach, S&C. So I had like loads of different people, and then my dad who was coordinating it.
So how did you communicate that period where you were like, I just want to do a high jump for this season, and then did it again? How did you communicate that with them?
It's a weird one because it didn't really happen until like later on in the summer. Until like a couple of weeks before the champs. That's when I was like, well, this isn't going to plan, so I'm gonna have to just go.
Because you know how many points you can potentially get, and then you can just work your way through it. Oh, that's well, I think that's fair enough, isn't it? So next season or next year, if you see yourself really good at everything, would you go back into it?
I think with Tokyo being so close, I'm just like, I just can't even like think about that anymore. I think the last 2 years I've always just thought, okay, when I go back, if I was doing this, and I think my head's just been so like completely confused about what I'm actually wanting to do and like how I feel as an athlete. So this year I'm just being like, I'm just gonna do high jump, and then after that, after Tokyo, after Europeans and stuff, just maybe like reevaluate and have a think.
You go 4 years and then
when I'm stepping in 30 bottles of Zoom till I'm sentimental. I had to